Hello students, let's continue the class. In the previous class we have discussed definition of transportation problem. Let's quickly revise what we have done in previous classes. Right. So far we have discussed transportation problem, mathematical formulation, general assumptions and the solution of a transportation problem. Let's start with it consists two steps. Step number first to find an initial basic feasible solution and step number two is to obtain an optimal solution by making successive improvements to initial basic feasible solution obtained in step number first until no further decrease in the transportation cost is possible. So before moving further, let's discuss what is initial basic feasible solution and optimal solution, right? So there are some few basic terms related to this transportation problem. The first one is feasible solution, right? A feasible solution to a transportation problem is a set of non-negative individual allocations, that is xij is greater than equal to 0, which satisfies the row and column sum restrictions. That is, the allocation value should be positive and whatever value we allocate in the matrix, it should satisfy the row and column sum. Right? Second one, basic feasible solution. In short, it is denoted as BFS. A feasible solution of M by N transportation problem is said to be a BFS, basic feasible solution, if the total number of positive allocations Xij is exactly equal to M plus N minus 1, where M is equal to number of rows, N is equal to number of columns. So if number of allocation is equal to m plus n minus 1, the solution is said to be a basic feasible solution. What we have to find out in step number 1. Next, number 3, optimal solution. A feasible solution is said to be optimal if it minimizes the total transportation cost. Then it is known as optimal solution. What we have to find in step number 2 of solution of the transportation problem. Number 4, non-degenerate basic feasible solution. A feasible solution of M by N transportation problem is said to be non-degenerate BFS if number first, total number of positive allocations is equal to M plus N minus 1 as we discussed in BFS. And number 2, the most important part is these allocations are in independent positions so that we can form a loop, right? To find an initial feasible solution. Initial basic feasible solution find out करने के लिए there are three methods. First one is northwest corner rule. Second, lowest cost entry method. It is also known as method of matrix minimum. Third, Vogel's approximation method, also known as unit cost penalty method. Right? In university paper, this is very important question. Right? Any one out of three is to be asked in every year. Right? Solve the problem and write the steps how to solve by this particular method. So please pay attention carefully. The first one is northwest corner rule first. Start by selecting the cell in the most or northwest corner of the table. Second, assign the maximum amount to the cell that is allowable based on the requirements and the capacity constraints. Third, exhaust the capacity from each row before moving down to another row. Fourth, exhaust the requirement from each column before moving right to another column. Fifth one, check to make sure that capacity and requirements are met. Right. So Whenever the all allocation has been done, the solution will be complete. That is why this is also known as iterative procedure, because we will repeat the same step until all the capacity and requirements are met. Second, matrix minima method, also known as lowest cost entry method. Step number first, choose the cell with minimum cost. If it is not unique, anyone can be chosen. Sometimes there may be a tie-up with the minimum cost. It may be repeating more than two type or two times. Suppose it is the ijth cell. Step number 2, allocate minimum AI bj to this cell. If the minimum of AI and bj is equal to AI, then the availability of the ith origin is exhausted and demand at the jth destination remains as bj minus AI, and the ith row is deleted from the table. Again, if minimum AI and Bj is equal to Bj, then demand at the jth destination is fulfilled and the availability at the ith origin remains to be AI minus Bj, and the jth column is deleted from the table. Step number 3, repeat step 2 and 3 until all origins are exhausted and all demands are fulfilled. The process must end as. Clear? Everyone? Third one is Vogel's approximation method, known as VAM. The Vogel approximation unit penalty method is an iterative procedure for computing a basic feasible solution of a transportation problem. This method is preferred over the two methods discussed in the previous slides, because the initial basic feasible solution obtained by this method is either optimal or very close to the optimal solution. That is why VAM is considered to be best among all these methods. This is again very important question. Write the steps of VAM, also explain why VAM is considered to be the best. So the reason is the solution is either optimal or very close to the optimal solution. That is why it is considered to be the best among all these three. Vogel's approximation method, unit penalty method, that is BAM. First, calculate the difference between the minimum and the next minimum cost, known as penalty cost. Second, choose the maximum difference or maximum cost and the maximum penalty and the minimum cost. Step number third, suppose it is ij, allocate minimum to this cell, right, and write the reduced matrix. Step number 4, repeat steps 2, 3 and 4 with the remaining table until all origins are exhausted and all demands are fulfilled. We will repeat the steps till all the allocations has been exhausted, all the availability and the requirements are met. Right. So in the next video lecture, we will discuss the numerical part of all these three methods which we have discussed today. Till the time you all go through the theoretical part, right? Thank you so much.